In 1999, the American Le Mans Series became the ultimate battleground for GT class racing. It was an arena where manufacturers threw everything they had at the asphalt to prove their engineering superiority. Porsche quickly established a monopoly in this space. They introduced the 911 GT3R, a turnkey racer that arrived in a box ready to win, and it effortlessly swept both the manufacturers and drivers' championships. BMW and their partners at PTG found themselves completely outgunned. Their M3 relied on a maxed-out 3.2-liter inline-six engine, and it lacked the physical displacement to keep pace with Porsche's 3.6-liter flat-six on the long straights. To balance the scales, BMW petitioned the governing body for a larger air restrictor. More air means more power. But the ACO refused to give BMW any advantage over the mandated Porsche restrictors. BMW was trapped by the physics of their own hardware and the rigid ink of the rulebook. Without a radical solution, their factory racing program faced complete obsolescence. Back in Munich, BMW's engineering department realized that winning would require a new strategy. If they couldn't tweak their existing mechanics to beat Porsche, they would have to outread them in the regulations. They closely scrutinized the ACO's homologation guidelines. The rules stated that a purpose-built race car was legal to field, provided it was based on a road car offered for sale on at least 2 continents. The regulations specified a minimum production run of exactly 2 street-legal cars. 2. Instead of trying to squeeze another drop of horsepower from their inline-six, BMW decided to shoehorn a massive custom-built V8 engine directly into the compact M3 chassis. They bypassed the competitive standard by weaponizing a poorly written rule. They were legally bringing a V8 to a 6-cylinder fight. The physical manifestation of this loophole was the 2001 BMW M3 GTR, housing the highly classified P60 engine. This 4.0-liter V8 produced an engineering anomaly. Adding 2 extra cylinders actually made the engine smaller, weighing 30 pounds less than the inline-six it replaced. By utilizing a flat plane crankshaft and a dry sump lubrication system, the P60 reliably produced 444 horsepower at 7,500 RPM. This was a purpose-built prototype race car, hiding inside a production car shell. The car made its debut at the grueling track in Sebring, Florida, appearing late in the season but carrying immediate, devastating potential. Sebring saw the GTR immediately set a GT class record of 2:06.643 and claim a podium spot on its very first outing. From there, the rest of the 2001 season turned into an incredibly intense, high-speed, nose-to-tail dogfight between the German rivals. At tracks like Portland, Mossport, and Sears Point, the BMWs locked out the front of the pack and wrestled control away from the Porsche teams. Driving this charge was a roster of legends like Hans Stuck and Boris Said, often piloting the striking Stars and Stripes liveried No. 6 machine. By the end of the season, the BMW teams had combined to win the final 6 races in a row, resulting in a clean sweep of the manufacturers, team, and drivers' championships. BMW had completely broken the competitive balance of the ALMS. Their V8 loophole was an undeniable success. During the off-season, Porsche and rival competitors launched a political revolt against BMW, arguing that the GTR violated the spirit of the sport. Their primary target was the road car requirement. While BMW built the road cars to satisfy the rule, they were phantoms. Only a handful were ever completed, and they were rarely seen in public. The ACO retaliated by rewriting the regulations for the 2002 season. To shut down the loophole, they increased the minimum production requirement from 2 road cars to 100. BMW was unwilling to mass-produce an economically impossible V8 street car. Instead of complying with the new rules, they packed up and abandoned the American Le Mans Series entirely. The car was so flawlessly engineered for victory that the racing establishment had to change the laws of the sport to stop it. The GTR crossed the Atlantic to the grueling, densely forested Nürburgring Nordschleife in Germany to find a new hunting ground. Entering the legendary Nürburgring 24-hour race, the GTR set out to validate its American dominance on the world's most punishing circuit. Schnitzer Motorsport orchestrated a perfect send-off for the platform, claiming back-to-back 1-2 finishes in 2004 and 2005. This band machine transcended the track to become a pop culture icon through early 2000s gaming, where its silver and blue livery and distinct transmission whine reached a global audience. The BMW M3 GTR was a manifestation of competitive spite. It dominated 2 continents and became immortal because it was too good to exist.